What's going on, everyone? So I recently did a video talking about the New Orleans Pelicans have officially opened talks, just talks right now, for Herb Jones as well as Trey Murphy. Herb Jones, you can't even trade for till January, so still have time for him. But New Orleans is at least entertaining the idea and open to listening to kind of potential trade offers and stuff like that. Obviously, Herb Jones, I'd love to get. I'm skeptical on how realistic it is that we can get a Herb Jones or a Trey Murphy. I think he'll cost too much. Herb Jones, I think, is closer. But again, you got teams like the Warriors. Right? What are the Lakers offering to the New Orleans Pelicans that can outbeat something like a Jonathan Kuminga and a first? Right? Because again, if the Pelicans are going to get off of somebody like a Herb Jones, they're going to want the youth, right? Like, is Rui in a first? Does that make sense for them? Probably not, right? Because one, does Rui even want to stick around there? Two, it's like Rui being the age that he is, like they probably would want the younger route. And if they can get an asset and stuff like that in it, I just don't know what the Lakers can compete. Now, if the Lakers were willing to include a Thero, then yes, I think the Lakers could probably get that done because it's like, hey, here's a young, athletic, versatile wing that has a ton of upside potential, that you could kind of work. Now I think the Lakers have that competition. But one, would the Lakers do that? Two, should the Lakers do that? Three, now, again, if the Lakers want to win now, Herb Jones, it's a no-brainer, right? Like, who's better right now, Herb Jones or Adu Thero, right? And Herb Jones also solves long-term. So I do think that there is an argument to be made, but I did an entire video on that exact conversation, so go to check out that video if you want more. I'm just bringing it up because, again, these are things that Rob Pelinka is probably going to have to consider. If you want a guy like a Herb Jones or one of these kind of younger 3-and-D wings, you may have to throw in a player that you don't want to. You got to give something to get something, right? Again, why would the Pelicans want Rui in a first or something like that, or Gabe Vincent and Dalton Connect in a first when they could get, Jonathan Kuminga or Moses Moody or something like that and just get the better player who's younger and more upside and potential and stuff like that on top of assets. So I do kind of worry about that. But in the offseason, I do think the potential of landing both Herb Jones and Trey Murphy become much more likely, right? My fingers crossed, both Herb Jones and Trey Murphy are still Pelicans post-trade deadline. I'm hoping the Lakers still solve some of their wing issues, right? But I'm hoping that those two are together. Lakers are linked to a Giannis Antetokounmpo, right? And look, if the Lakers could trade for Giannis, you trade for Giannis, right? Like, if you can turn Austin Reeves, who has been fantastic, don't get me wrong, he's not Giannis Antetokounmpo, right? Again, I understand we as fans can overvalue our players. The fact that people even are like, I would absolutely not, like, what are we talking about? Like, the Lakers could trade Austin Reeves for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Austin Reeves could then go on to be the legit GOAT, rattle off 5 straight NBA championships, and lead the Milwaukee Bucks to be like one of the greatest teams of all time. And Giannis and Jokic could be Giannis and Luka could be a total disaster, meltdown. Lakers have to trade Giannis because it's so bad. And they still made the right decision in the time, right? Because again, you're talking about arguably a top, 15, 20 player all time that you could get for Austin Reeves. Like, again, that's a testament to Austin Reeves that you could even potentially trade for a guy like that, right? So if the Lakers had to do it, one, the Lakers would do it if they could. Like, two, the Lakers should do it if they can. Doesn't matter what I think. Doesn't matter what anyone thinks. Again, you get the opportunity to land a top player in the league, arguably the best player in the league. You do it to pair with your other guy. You do it. But I do think that there is a huge argument to be made of, one, taking all those assets you would use to go land a Giannis, and then use those to go and really kind of just round out and in-depth the roster. But Lakers would have 3 firsts, several pick swaps, a couple seconds, right? A bunch of cap space, all kinds of things. If Herb Jones and Trey Murphy are available in the offseason, I think if I'm the Lakers, I do everything I can to get those two. Because now you have instead of going and getting Giannis, I think there's an argument to be made to go get those two guys. Again, if the Lakers can get Giannis, they're going to go get Giannis. But if Trey Murphy is looking like he might be a star, like the guy is already, basically a 22 plus point a game guy. He's can do everything. Score the basketball, rebound the basketball, slot in at the 4. LeBron, whether he sticks around or departs, the problem is like if he departs, then it's easy. Get Herb Jones, get Trey Murphy, both of those guys slot in, and now you have those two guys, and then LeBron rides off in the sunset. If LeBron sticks around, then Herb Jones has got to be okay coming off the bench for a year or two, right? Unless you trade Austin Reeves to get those two guys, right? Which some people might not want to do it. I think it'd be very hard to say no. I mean, talking about solving, again, Trey Murphy might end up being a star. And he's bigger, more athletic, versatile, defense. And one of the big questions is like, okay, well, if you get rid of, Austin Reeves, like who's going to make plays? Who's going to be that secondary shot creator? All this. Well, again, Trey Murphy could be that for you. Like he's proven it. He's doing it already. He's like the primary shot creator and stuff like that on many nights. And he's doing it on a terrible team where all the defense is just honed in on trying to stop him, right? And he's still able to go get you 22 a night, right? So again, you have that. He's still incredibly young. Herb Jones gives it. Now you got your wing guy, and that opens the door for like a Dude Thero, stuff like that. You to go make other moves. Like I said, let's say you go trade for, an Andrew Wiggins or something like that, right? Now you could have Luka, Andrew Wiggins, Herb Jones, Trey Murphy, and DeAndre Ayton, right? If LeBron sticks around, then like I said, you bring Herb Jones off the bench, slide Trey Murphy to the 3. You can slot him in another forward spot. I would obviously try to keep Austin Reeves if I could, right? Because Lakers would have a bunch of picks and stuff like that, so you might be able to get it done, right? But even keep Austin Reeves, Luka, Austin Reeves, Herb Jones, Trey Murphy, and DeAndre Ayton, probably the best team in basketball, right? That'd be amazing. You got two guys. You got, like I said, another guy that can self-create, score the basketball. I got two guys that can be 3-and-D wings, gives you athleticism, versatility, defense, all of those things. It'd be really genuinely think there is a major argument to be made to, if you're the Lakers, those two are still Pelicans, you do everything you can to go get those two. Right? Because again, they fit the Luka timeline, right? They fit everything, right? And then, like I said, I don't think you'd have to trade in a Dude Thero or anything like that. Or if you did have to trade a Dude Thero, right? At least you're getting Trey Murphy and Herb Jones, right? So now it's more justified, like I talked about earlier. You might have to trade in a Dude Thero in order to land one of those guys. Well, again, if you can keep Austin Reeves and then go land those guys, right? So you're doing a package, putting together a package, but you're giving connect, like let's say connect a Dude Thero in 3 firsts plus your 2 seconds or whatever for, Herb Jones and Trey Murphy. I would do that all day. Even if you think that that's an overpay. Again, I don't care. You get 2 of like the premier 3-and-D wings, one guy who is a rising star, looking like a rising star, to pair with your DeAndre Ayton, who's looking great in every bit the center we hoped he would be on both sides of the basketball, and then Luka and Austin Reeves, and you can always trade Austin Reeves later if you need to. I mean, hell, you could still potentially do you wouldn't have the pick, so maybe you wouldn't be able to get Giannis, but like, point is, like, you could still have flexibility to go do other things. And Austin Reeves is going to be $40 million at that point, right? So you go get another star, right? You go get a better complementary star if you wanted to slot in, So now if somebody else becomes disgruntled or whatever, slot that in next to Luka Doncic, right? I don't know, Devin Booker's like, I want out type thing. Well, here you go, right? Go Devin Booker, slot him in, whatever, right? Like, point is that, if you're the Lakers, I do think Herb Jones and Trey Murphy should be like at the top of the list, top of the board, right? Obviously, again, if you can get a Herb Jones now, get a Herb Jones now and then figure out the Trey Murphy thing later. But if you can't, I don't want the Lakers like waiting around for those two, right? Like I still want you to go, even if it's just like Keon Ellis and something else, right? Because I've talked about going and getting 2 kind of secondary wings, right? If that's fine, go get the 2 secondary wings. You still have all your first, still have all your picks, then go make that play. Imagine now off the bench, you have Keon Ellis, Jake LaRavia, Dude Thero, right? Like, whatever, Matisse Thybulle, right? Like you can go sign some of these guys. I just, if you're the Lakers, I think you're just in much better position to kind of round out that depth, that versatility, all that stuff, while still maintaining, your Luka and us reason. Like I said, if LeBron wants to stick around another year or two, then fine, you can just bring Herb Jones off the bench, have Trey Murphy slot in at the 3, and then you got Luka, Austin Reeves, Trey Murphy, LeBron James, and DeAndre Ayton. LeBron misses some time, no problem. Just slide Murphy to the 4, Herb to the 3, Reeves gets the night off, boom, you just slot, the beauty of those two is that they're so flexible, right? Like you can play Herb 2-3, you can play Murphy 3-4. So again, Reeves gets the night off, Herb plays the 2, Murphy plays the 3, right? Like if Luka gets the night off, slide Reeves down to the point, put Herb at the 2, Murphy at the 3. You have those guys that can be interchangeable, and you got the size, the length, the versatility, all that stuff. And like I said, if a Dude Hero becomes that guy a couple years, right? Like then again, all of a sudden you could add him to the starting unit and have Murphy, Jones, and a Dude Hero all out there with Luka. And now you got a bunch of 6'7" guys. You got the hyper athletes, defense, self-creation, all that stuff. I think the Lakers would be in really good shape, really good position. So that would be ideal. Anyway, as always, this is a discussion. I pass the question to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me out. So we enjoy these types of videos. Truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.